Going on, everybody? This is Patrick Daniels with the Beard Channel. I hope everybody's doing really great. I hope everybody had an amazing. Not sure what point you're watching this video at, so I'm not very sure. But if you're watching it in present time right now or something close to it, I just wanna you know want to wish all my fathers a happy Father's Day. Continue to remember that if you were born and you're a man, you're a father. You know what I mean? Regardless of whether you've had kids or not, you are a father. And so, with all those things being said, I want to go ahead and get to the question of the day, or not question of the day, but more so of a connection of the day. I think it was really awesome. It was really beautiful. I got an opportunity to connect with a really great brother, and efforts to talk about some things, and I was really just really happy to think about what it was, that we were talking about and stuff like that. And so, pretty much what we were talking about is uh, I don't not quite sure if he minds me telling his name or anything like that. It wasn't anything private, but just for sake of not sharing people's information and all that kind of stuff. Because some people would feel better not being stated or whatever. But anyways, um, wanted to talk today about if someone asked you, what if my beard is small on the sides? That's what we want to talk about. Beards being small on the sides. And so, what I would venture to believe about, the social construct of the beard being small on the sides is, kind of from actually a way of growing, I know when my beard was growing in, um, it more so was something that I cultivated with the chin first. It was like a mustache. Excuse me, guys. It was like a mustache thing, then a chin thing, and then like a soul patch thing. The last thing that ever began to try to come in was the goatee. But anyway, in efforts to just kind of remain pretty focused on what it is on our topic and stuff like that. Um, I think that the reason why the beard is particularly normally short on the sides, I don't think it really has anything to do with as much hereditary things and order of growth, meaning when what particular part of the facial hair started to come in, meaning that when I was saying the mustache and the chin part normally comes in, well, it came in first for me. So those items tend to be preferably longer than most other dimensions and parts of my beard. But what I will say that I feel like impacts those things as much as possible is pretty much the barber. Um, I'm not sure how a lot of guys are. I don't think that this is you know, a, I don't think it's a racial thing. I don't think it's a thing like where, um, white guys, Caucasian guys, guys from Ireland, guys from Finland, guys from Canada, guys from the States. I don't think it's a, I don't really think it's a demographic kind of thing. I mean, it can be a little bit, but really what I think that it's all about, I think the reason why beards are small in size is because guys go to guys that use these. Um, don't get me wrong, I don't not like barbers or anything like that. I've just had my share of experiences with barbers. And what I've noticed is that, you know, you may want to check out some of Gray Bailey's videos, man. That is one of my mentors, man. I've never met the guy. I never met him a day in my life. But as far as the way that he talks about certain things and the way that he's informed, and I mean, you got to think about it. He's been in the game for a couple of decades. So, you know what I mean? The guy's closer to 60 than he is 50. And I learned a lot of things from him as well as a lot of other mentors. A lot of people don't understand that in life, if you want to learn to be a leader, then you have to study from a whole gang load of leaders. Even the best leaders go to leadership training. You know what I mean? The best mentors are mentees. I'm a mentee. Anytime Gray Bailey posts a video, anytime my guy Randall Haskins posts a video, I just got a group of guys and a amazing community of guys in different Facebook groups that help me, coach me, support me all along the way, helping me to develop my, my personal brand as a person, you know, really extract out all of the, the good stuff that cultivates me to be the greatness that I want to develop and be able to give back to God when I, leave this place, you know what I mean? But, to address what my brother Robert was wanting was curious about. Sorry, Rob, I said your name. But anyways, forgive me if you didn't want the information out there. I apologize if so. But back to the barber thing. What I notice a lot with barbers, in particular barbers, some barbers, not all barbers, but a lot of times when you say what you want, you don't necessarily get what you want. You kind of get what the artist is going for. Barbers are artists. You know what I mean? And so what I find out is a lot of times I probably would never go to a barber that doesn't have a beard to get my beard cut. You know what I mean? My goal actually is after I finish my year, growing my year worth of beard, is I'm gonna take a trip out to New Jersey and visit Gray Bailey and have him style my beard. That's what I'm gonna do. But one of the things you gotta have, like he always says, is you gotta have mass. You gotta have a lot of beard. You gotta have a lot of growth. You gotta have a lot of growth and a lot of patience on your face, so that when this patience and this growth is approached, you have enough mask to form and to shift, and not necessarily to manipulate, but to just add some shape to, you know. But what I notice a lot of times in a lot of urban barbershops is that they tend to they tend to taper you down. There a lot of barbers are in love with fades and stuff. They fade everything. If you don't tell a barber, not to fade you right here, they probably will go ahead and fade you. A lot of times on the neckline, they'll fade your neck. And for me, I've always liked to have my hair in all of the places where hair grows on the face. You know what I mean? I have waves on my hair. My hair spins cylindrically around the part in the back of my head where it spirals. And my attitude or my style about the situation is that wherever there can be hair is where I want to accentuate the style that influences my articulation of how I feel about the way I want to portray and represent pictorial image of what I appreciate as in my eloquence of male style. And so if you cut something down and fade it down, and that's less parts or square footage or inches or whatever, square porage, whatever you want to call it, places where pores can be, it gives me less places to articulate and express myself. And that's why I don't deal with barbers. I don't deal with barbers at all. That's why I just don't deal with it. Another thing that you stated was your hair is real long in the goatee area, but short on the sides. If that's the case, then what I would do is, like I said again, like my mentors teach me, time and patience will solve the majority of all your beard problems. You know what I mean? That is the truth. But as far as getting into the way you train and brushing direction, what I would say is that number one, I looked at a bit of your information, Robert, and other brothers like yourself. I mean, and like I said again, it's you can't limit information to you can't limit information to to a demographic or particular type of race or anything of the sort. You know what I mean? I didn't hold up the best quality combs and picks in the world or anything of the sort. They are of various different types. You know, they're not. I didn't hold up any Kents or anything like that, which my mentors tell me those are the greatest qualities of combs and stuff. So I'm not going to tell you off the bat, don't use a comb period because this and that, because I haven't tried all of the different brands and qualities and the you know just the different echelon levels of comb qualities, you know. But I will say that for me, being a man that happens to have very thick textured hair, I found that if I continue to keep my hair moisturized and I continue to keep my hair oiled, which a lot of times it comes at different rates. Sometimes I got to do it multiple times a day. You know, I have a spray bottle and an oil bottle that I keep on me. Pardon me 1 second, I'll grab it and show it to you. So yeah, what I what I particularly keep on me, and what we're trying to solve right now is the issue of length. I got this little bottle right here. Obviously, we know that oil and water separates. There, you know, creates a heterogeneous you know, solution. Actually, not even solution because it doesn't mix all the way throughout. You know, it's not homogeneous. Definitely heterogeneous. But what I do is I shake it up. You know, I keep a little bit of you know, and I play it by ear. You know, I put a little bit of, you know, essential oils are good because they're not very thick. They move. They're very flowy and very pure. They're not, you know, number one, they're not thick. You know, so you know, like a little bit of black Jamaican castor oil. I got a little rosemary, pure rosemary. You know, and I got a little olive oil too. So what I do is, you know, I fill the water bottle up, probably about, you know, uh, maybe about three quarters of the way with water, and then I split that last quarter with you know, some of the oil. You know, just play it by ear. Basically, you want water, you want oil. Olive oil. I usually don't do coconut oil, but it's still good. But anyway, I shake that up, you know, and throughout the course of the day, you know, I might close my eyes and just get up under the neck, hit around the sides. You know what I'm saying? Once I get up under the sides and stuff like that, you know, I got my oil blend right here. I take a little bit of my oil blend, not too much. You know what I'm saying? I put it in there. You know, what I do is I come over the top, you know, let it flow through my fingers, come through the bottom like so, you know, just fingers, you know, fingers, just fingers, fingers, just fingers under the bottom of the neck. And then, you know, I get to the palm. After I get to the palm of everything and everything's, you know, to said to have been in there, you know what I mean? Obviously, you know, close your stuff up and all that, you know, want anything evaporating, you know. And I have this little small little double end brush, you know, one side's hard, one side's soft. So I brush that in. Um, Another thing I highly recommend against, I really recommend against the barber. I just do, you know, because if you're trying to grow, excuse me, people that come here are trying to grow big beards. So if you're trying to grow a big beard, I'm growing a big beard. Stay away from the barber. You know, I know it can be tough in this sociological construct that we're you know, we're just in. We're in it. But we can change it, you know what I'm saying? And so we're in it, you you know, just for your style. And I checked out your videos and stuff like that. And just to be honest with you, you know, um you appear to be an African American male. I'm not quite sure. I don't know. But if you're African American male and you have the texture, I think is like 4C that a typical black male might have, I kind of would highly recommend against combs, just to be honest. You know, unless you're like using your grandpa's pine tar soap and you're in the shower, you know, your hair is already wet, you know, I would highly recommend against the comb. I just wouldn't recommend against the comb because the hair's got so many, and then especially because if your beard is at a shorter length, it's my mentors show me that the hair will, it'll be in more of a C shape, you know, and with it being in a C shape, you know, I just kind of try to stay away from the combs. I mean, I know it's cool to detangle and all that kind of stuff, you know, but what I found is that you have to have a particular kind of comb, you know. Um, if you're interested in any other information you want, just, you know, hit me up, let me know in the comments below. I'll feel free. I'll be more than happy to check on any other just inquiries or interests you have along your journey and stuff like that. But one thing I would recommend against is I would recommend highly against seeing a barber at all. You know, don't get stressed out. You know what I mean about the periods of your beard growth and stuff like that. Don't get stressed out. Just be patient. I recommend against brushing, directional brushing. You asked me about that. So what I always recommend is down, down. I've always been taught to go down and follow the jaw. Down, follow the jaw, down, follow the jaw, follow the neck, go all the way to the neck, get to the jaw and all that stuff. Obviously, I skipped over something. So really, sideburns down, beard, goatee, mustache, close the lip, soul patch, mustache, all the way down, all the way down, all the way down, And so, if you do get your hair cut or if you cut your own hair, what I recommend you do is if you come in line right here, if you line here, and then line here. Once you get to that burn, don't line anymore below that. Once you get to that eyebrow, do not line anymore. Once you get to that ear, do not line any of that. Don't line that. Because what happens is when you start lining all the way below here, you start to notice hairs protruding. And 9 times out of 10, what happens is you start to trim that down and edge that down. That's why I say do not go to the barber, my friend. Go to a beardsman. And even be careful with that, honestly, man. I gotta be honest with you. As much time as you might invest into growing a beard, if I were you, I'd probably just go on and drive on out to New Jersey, holler at Gray Bailey, and have Brother George Bruno trim your beard after you've grown it to a particular length. Another thing that I would actually recommend against is, like I said, don't do the comb. Don't do the comb. Strictly brush, oil, water, my friend. Carry your water bottle around with you. Keep, just put it in your pocket. If you wear a suit, church or something, put it in a little pocket right there. Feel that thing, man. Make sure that it's soft. If it's not soft, it's probably dry. You know what I mean? Or short. If it's short, it could feel brittly. It might not be dry, but moisture promotes growth. And brush it down. As you brush it down, I already instructed on the brushing down method. After you brush it down, go ahead and start from the neck and go out. Well, not out, but just down the direction of the beard. You want to go down the direction of the beard, just so that you brush that, just so that you distribute the oil and the moisture throughout it. And you can follow this same routine and regimen in the shower. I do this with my eyes closed. Because really, the beard is an extension of your physiology. The design of your body will fit with the beard, and the beard will fit with it, and they'll begin to mesh together because they are one. But not to be forgotten, don't brush away from the neck and towards the edges and the jaw away and leave it that way. You only brush from those ends out in order that they might get brushed and evenly distribute the oils and the water and everything that you've fed into the soil of your beard. After you get those things out, you still want to go back and flow down with the downward motion all the way around. Down to the neck and Adam's apple, jaw, all the way down, sideburn, down. You want to flow with it in that manner. And then, if you happen to stroke your beard, you stroke downward. You feel something on your neck? Stroke downward. As it gets longer, like my mentor always tells me, it'll just cascade down your face. It'll just cascade down. It won't be like this God forsaken, oh my God, like landing pad sitting on the edge of your chin. Excuse me, guys. But excuse me. Pardon me. Pardon me. That was so unbecoming on camera. But yeah, that's for that, guys. Any other comments? Anything that you would like to talk about in further detail? Please feel free to leave comments below. Like I said again, I'm enjoying the channel, really developing. I'm enjoying meeting and just being linked up with so many of you brothers and being able to talk about different things. It's really great. Um, yeah. Once again, I want to thank you guys. Thank you for your comment leading to this video. It's been an amazing joy sharing the information and thoughts and different opinions and my experiences with you all. I want to send a special shout out and thank you to all my mentors. You know who you are. Continue to do what you're doing. Continue to grow and and support and blossom your brands as well. I appreciate it. I appreciate all of it. Once again, please do subscribe below, share with your friends, comment below. Um, Feel free to check out my blog. It's patrickgdaniels.tumblr.com. Follow me on Instagram. Once again, I'm a bass player as well. On Instagram, you can find me at Pat Greg Funk Bass, PatGregFunk Bass, BASS. Feel free to follow, share, like my Facebook page, which is Patrick G. Daniels. Also, feel free to check out my brand. It's the Aeronautics brand, AIRONAUTIKZ. You can search the hashtags of Aeronautics. Also, there's a brand page on Facebook as well at Aeronautics. Pleasant, amazing, good news. We've got our first rep for Aeronautics brand as well. Brother Mark Dozier. We've got our first actual aviator that reps for the Aeronautics brand, which is very, very exciting. But then again, guys, I just want to thank you guys for being here for me to share information and be able to learn tons and tons of information and make amazing connections from you all as well. Again, peace and thank you.